Alright, today's video I was messing around with Magic Mask and discovered the whole external mat has another limitation. Show you a workaround and just show you how it works. Let's say I want to cut this character out and put him over a different background. I've chosen that clip, jumped over to the color page. I'm going to hit Magic Mask. Here's our Magic Mask overlay. I'm going to choose the subject here. If we hit Shift H, we can see what we're actually cutting out here, and we're on faster. I'm gonna go to better, and that usually cleans it up. And if I want to get rid of this little white overlay here, I'll use my in and out ratio just to tighten that up a hair. And basically whatever settings we're choosing here, we're kind of stuck with once we've made the initial layout. What we're going to do here is use the track forward and backward button, and that'll track and basically pull our subject out if we hit Shift H. And what we need to do now is add an alpha output, this little blue dot here. If you don't see that, right click in the node area here and choose add alpha output, and you basically grab the alpha out of your node here and drop that right over to here. Now if we go back to our edit page, so now we have him over top of this other background. Now, one limitation that we've always had is if I'm back here on the edit page and I want to move this guy around and maybe resize him, bam, it breaks the Magic Mask. So if I hit Control Z, I still got to go back to the color page and basically retrack it because it saves that information. Now, Blackmagic Design sort of gave a fix for that here. In the three-dot menu, you can say render Magic Mask in place. So if I choose that, we get a little mat here that now feeds the node. Okay, it sort of saves the information. But if I go back to the edit page and choose that clip, if I zoom in and out, look what happens. The mat doesn't follow along with the cutout. Now, there's a way you can actually do that still in the color page. If we go back to the color page, there's our little sizing node here, right in the middle. And if we choose output sizing, you can see there's no node here, and we've switched over to timeline. If I add a node, we get a blue node, which indicates timeline, and we can zoom in, but it doesn't do just the clip we're on, it does everything that's on the timeline. And if we go over to clip, we're back to where we were here. So we'd have to actually copy all the settings for the mat and the foreground. Doesn't really work for me. What I ended up doing was going back over to our edit and duplicating this clip, as you can see down here. So I just grabbed this and duplicated it over down here. Now let me go ahead and reset everything. And I did this in Fusion, so I'll get rid of this Magic Mask. So I don't have anything going on in the color page on this clip. You can see it's got our key, but that's it. I'll go ahead and reset the node. I went over to Fusion. Now this was my old video that I did, my old workaround. Click on your media in node, shift space, and add a Magic Mask. Now we're on the mask. We choose our subject. It starts to show us what we're starting to grab here. And then I'm going to go ahead and switch it to better again. And I still want to get rid of that outline. So I'll go over to our matte tools. Now I do think the tools here aren't as nice as the color page, but trade-off is you actually get something you can adjust back on the edit page. So here we are. We'll go back to tracking. You still got to track. But the cool thing is, once you choose your subject and track it out, you're good to go. So now we're good. I'm going to go back to our edit page and click on our clip here. And now this is the cool part. Unlike the color version, we can choose this clip right here and start to move it around, and it doesn't break the mask. So we can actually kind of fine tune this where we want it, and we don't ever have to go back and mess with the mask. All right, that's it for this video. Quick little discovery. I thought the external mat might work. If you found that helpful, consider giving me a like and subscribe. Otherwise, I'll see you guys on the next video.